Good afternoon, I'm Robert Solomon, and today I'm going to be reviewing my Bellroy Venture 9 litre sling. Here it is, and it's all its glory. I've had this thing for about a year now. You see, it's got little stains on it, but it's doing really, really good. I'm really, really happy with it. There are some things that I like about it, some things I don't. I'll get to that later on in the review. But anyway, um, just the I usually use this thing for for shopping. When I go to the supermarket, I like to carry stuff in it. Why? Most people like the 2 litre can. The reason why I got the big one is because I have these guys right here. I have my Sony XM5 headphones. These are quite big and they will not fit these. You can be guaranteed that these guys will not be able to fit in a 2.5 litre sling. You need a big 9 litre thing for that. So that's the reason. So usually, also I like to use it for walking, if I want to go for a walk around the neighborhood or something. So I have a whole bunch of EDC items on the table right here. Let's see. I have my headphones right there. I have my wallet, some pens, a phone. Actually, this is my wife's phone because I'm using my phone to record this. I have a clipboard with a shopping list on. Here's your shopping list and a clipboard, my keys, and stuff like that. And this is what I normally use. But I got some other EDC items here. I got some books. Got my son's I got my son's tablet right there. I got phone mounted Bluetooth speaker and some other sundry things which we can look at. But right now, this is what I'm using my thing for. So anyway, so I use it for. I also sometimes use it for synagogue if I don't need to carry too much stuff as well. Um, so basically, what's inside this? Here's the bag right here. As you can see, it's got a front compartment right here and a middle. I have to do this because I'm not professional yet. I'm just starting out. So anyway, so I got a front compartment here and a middle compartment here, and I'll show you inside. Well, let's do it right now. So the front compartment right now opens up, and you have one pocket right here, which you can put a battery or a phone in. Another one here for smaller items, right there. Have a smaller item. You also have a sewn-in key holder to put your keys on. By the way, I don't use this very much because I'm a car guy, so I don't use that feature. And quite frankly, I find all these key holders to get in the way. And so that's basically, have the big pocket right here, have a pocket right here and a pocket right there, and that's basically it in the front. And and there's a zip right here that zips up like this. And you notice this is probably because of design. Bellroy has this really nice little nifty ridge that separates the zip from the rest of the pack, and it's a little bit, can be a little bit fiddly to get into it, but it works really nicely. Yeah, the I'll go into that later in the pros and cons. Then you have the middle compartment right here, which is a big cavernous middle compartment. It holds a lot of good stuff in there, and you can see it has a zipped pocket right here. Right, it's like a little thing right there where you can actually put loose items like money, a wallet, maybe pens can go in there very easily. I'll show how you pack it later on the video. Then you have the big cavernous center. You probably put a water bottle there. You want here's a couple of small pockets. There's a small pocket right there, and a bigger pocket right there, and then you have another zip thing. You have a zip pocket right there, which you can put luxury. You could put more secure items like a wallet in there. One thing is that the back doesn't have a pocket at all. Now, some people, I don't really mind that. Some people get upset. Some people would wish they'd have a back pocket in there for, like passport or something. But I personally think this zip pocket is good enough for a passport if you're going to the airport with it. But anyway, enough ado about this. Let's pack this thing out. So one of the major reasons why I got this pack was to carry, because when I'm using these big headphones, they're great, by the way, but they're very heavy, and sometimes I just want to carry them. And instead of hanging them around my neck, I can put them in my bag like this. See, they go very nicely in like that. You see the headphones, there's plenty of space for them. Then I could put my shopping list in like that. Make sure I don't crease it up. And then in this pocket right here, I can put my pen. See my 3 pens right there? I can put them in the pocket like that. So my pens go nicely in there. And then keys. I usually put my keys. I have a key thing like this. I usually like to put this on my belt buckle, this thing. But you could put your keys. You could put the keys in here, in the front like that. And then a phone can easily go. Actually, doesn't quite fit in there, but you could put your phone right in the front like that. See, here's my phone and keys right there. And finally put a wallet. Actually, I put my wallet. Let's put the wallet in here where it's secure by the zip. Put the wallet in there, zip it up. I have protection. If I don't want as much protection, I could take my wallet and put it in this pocket right there. There's my nice wallet all locked up. So there you go. And that's a nice sling ready for me to go to the shops or go around the block. Another good thing about this sling is it has a detachable strap. So if I want to take the strap off, I can press these 2 things here and off it goes like that. And if I want to put it back on, I just flip it on like this. Oh, hold on. It's all fiddly. Click. And there. I have the sling on. And then I can just put it on me. And let me just put the sling on me. And where am I? I can't see myself, so I'm not sure if you can see it very well, but here's a sling on the front, and here's a sling on my back like that. So there you go. There is a sling. Now, a couple things. I'll tell you what I like about it. It's very comfortable. Nice thing about it is this. Let me try and demo this thing. Is you have this. If people more experienced, more professional people can do this better than me right now. But you have a mounting system where if you pull it, it actually compresses the sling and makes it nice and flat like this, so it's nice and flat on your body, and it can pivot right very nicely on your body, so it looks really nice. And Bellroy's are very famous for its stylish thing. Also, I forgot to mention the zips on this thing are very good. They're a different kind of zip. Normally what you have in a zip system is you have the 2 zips right in the middle of the bag. But what Bellroy did was they put 1 zip on the end and 1 on the other end, so you can actually open it this way, or you could open it that way, and the 2 zips kind of meet in the middle. So sometimes you get this weird situation where you can have like 2, empty pieces, but so the zips go on this sling. The zips end up at the ends, and they meet in the middle. Now this, I think this thing works for me. It can be a little bit difficult to get used to if you're used to having the zips meet in the middle, and it can be a bit interesting. So I like that system, and the zips are easy to open. So I like the space. I like the cavernous thing. Now I bought some more EDC with me. So let's suppose I want to read a big 1,000-page book, like for example, I got a couple here to show. I got James Michener, Caribbean, very good book about the history of the Caribbean islands. I can put this in, and bingo, I got a 1,000-page book here. Let's suppose I want to not just read that, I want to read a book that I got from the library. Now this is a bigger book. It's got less pages in, but it's a hardback. It's Ken Follett's Circle of Days. This is a really nice book about the history of Stonehenge. It's sort of like the characters kind of modernized in a way, but it's really nice books. But if you want to read my big Ken Follett, or is it Ken Follett? I don't know if it's Ken Follett or Ken Follett, but anyway, I can easily carry my Ken Follett with me, and maybe I can carry some headphones along with this. And so I got a big Ken Follett book, and my headphones, and I just zip it up. And oh, it's a fight, but I got him in. So I could even, I'm a Jew. I'm a religious Jew. Let's suppose I want to use this for Shabbat. Let's suppose I want to use this for synagogue use. So I got my siddur here. I got my prayer book. I put that in there. And I put a couple of. I got my Kitzur Shulchan Aruch and my Michener here. I'm not going to explain what they are exactly because this is not a religious. This is not a thing. I got two. Since Passover is coming, I got two Passover books. Got two books to help me get into the Passover, the Pesach spirit. I put them in a bag so chametz won't get on them because I want to read those during Passover. So now I basically got a nice little library for synagogue, and I can take a couple bookmarks here to bookmark the page, put them in here, and here we go. Nice little setup for Shabbat. Of course, you have to live in an area where you have an Eruv, which I'm not going to go into that too much, but one of the things you can't do is carry on Shabbat unless you have a city Eruv, a little thing. I live in a city with an Eruv, so I don't have to worry about this, but if you don't live in a city with an Eruv, then, and you're a religious Jew, then you can't do what I do. But anyway, here's the setting. So I got books here and stuff like that. So one thing I do not like about this bag, I don't really like the front pocket very much. Let's get some stuff out of here. I don't really like the front pocket very much because these pockets here, they're useful, but they're kind of loosey-goosey, and if you put stuff in it, they can easily kind of fall out. The pockets are very loose. They don't have much holding. This one might be a little bit better for stuff, but it's also, this pocket is hard to get hold of because of this little corner where the zip is. And also, because of this decorative flap right here, it's kind of difficult for the key. It's kind of fiddly. It's kind of fiddly to close this thing. So I usually don't like this front pocket very much. I just use it to just drop a phone in, really. And also, I hate one thing I really hate are these key leashes. Now, Air and a few other manufacturers are actually starting to make key leashes that detach, and those that would be great, because then I could just get rid of the darn thing. It won't. Also, the key leash can get caught in the zips, so if I want to close in a hurry and the bloody thing's in the way, it can get caught on that as well. But anyway, that's that. So anyway, so that's basically the whole thing. So again, this is a review of the Bellroy Venture 9 litre bag. You can buy it on Amazon. I think I bought mine for about, I think it was about $90 to $100. I think it's well worth the money. It carries. I basically bought it mainly to carry my big headphones and extra gear when I'm on when I'm walking around, when I'm going shopping. Another thing people might want to know is, does it carry? I have my son's Kindle here. It's about a 7-inch Fire, and as you can see, that also goes in really nicely. So I'm really happy with this bag. I think it's a great bag. I think it's a great buy. Fits really good on me. The strap is really comfortable too. It's made out of nylon, really good quality nylon. I think Bellroy's come up with a big winner on this one, and also a lot of people from Nomads Nation. One bag review I really recommend you listen to is Aaron Radcliffe on Nomads Nation. He does a really good job breaking this thing down. He'll give a much more professional, clean review. But anyway, here's my review. That's my review on the Bellroy 9 litre Venture Sling.